What is up, YouTube? It's RS Mario here, bringing you the first of many analysis videos coming out of E3 2015. Alright, so E3 was awesome. We got a lot of news. There was a lot of ups, a lot of downs, some disappointing things, some things that were freaking awesome, out of nowhere type of deals. One thing that was incredibly awesome about the show was the Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain trailer. And Hideo Kojima is a master of trailers. Like he makes all his trailers himself, and whenever you see him taking pictures of his soundboard, usually it means a trailer is coming. But yes, so before I hop into this, I know I've never done any Metal Gear content on the channel, so I was like, well, let me give you just a bit of backstory on what's going on here if you don't know. Of course, most of you watching this video probably already know this. If you're watching this video, you are at least aware of what's going on in not Final Fantasy in Metal Gear Solid 5. But here we go. So the Phantom Pain follows the events of Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes, which came out earlier this year, and it actually follows the events of Big Boss and basically his downward spiral from, being a hero to basically being a villain. And, this basically follows those events. Now, this game is also a bridge game that bridges the story started by Metal Gear Solid 3 and Peace Walker, which were prequels to the original Metal Gear and Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 4. In the timeline. So this game will actually bridge all those games together. So it's 3, Peace Walker, Phantom Pain, then it's the original Metal Gear games, then it's Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 4. So that's it's confusing, but that's kind of how the whole timeline goes. And there's a whole host of different things going on, and that things are happening, and basically little hints at things that are gonna happen in this game and everything else in this trailer. But that would take me way too long to explain. But yeah, that's basically giving you this just a kind of like a little update. And if you have not played Metal Gear games, if you haven't played Metal Gear Solid 3, if you haven't played Peace Walker or Ground Zeroes, there are spoilers, so beware. Alright, let's get into this. So this starts off with a quote from a Romanian philosopher. It's no nation we inhabit, but a language. Make no mistake, our native tongue is our true homeland. Basically, this is a reference to what's going on with the main antagonist in the game, Skullface. Skullface was he's from Romania, but he was taken by foreign soldiers. I guess he was put into the army, and everywhere he has gone, his language has changed. So basically, the bedrock of his identity has changed. He's lost his face, he's lost his language, he lost his homeland. He doesn't even know his original language. Everything about him is constantly changed. And that's also kind of referring to Big Boss as well. So then the first shot we get is a bloodied up Diamond Dogs logo. Now, Diamond Dogs is the new unit that Big Boss created after MSF was destroyed at the end of Ground Zero. So then we see Big Boss walking through the carnage. Now, it's a little hard to really see what happens here, but one thing I do believe that happens in the game is that there will be a coup. Like in this game, because Kaz Miller is Snake's ally. He actually goes to Afghanistan. One of the major missions in the game is to go to Afghanistan to find and save Miller and bring him back. And in the beginning of the game, he is an ally. And he's the one who really drives home the fact that we need to get revenge. We need to get revenge on the people who destroyed our unit and killed our people and all this other kind of stuff. And I think eventually Snake basically goes too far, and then there will be a split in the group. You know, so Kaz will basically create a coup against Big Boss, because Big Boss is basically going insane. And I don't know, this could be a product of that. We saw in another trailer Big Boss seemingly killing soldiers at random almost, but it looks like you know, this could be a cause of the coup. Maybe there was a battle that took place between loyalists to Big Boss and people, you know, who are loyal to Kaz, and this is the effects of that battle. We see Snake as he walks through the halls. You know, we see every time this light flashes, we actually see a change in Snake. We see him here as he is in Ground Zeroes when he starts off. You know, and then we see his post-coma state, which is the beginning of the Phantom Pain and, you know, the Afghanistan mission. And we see he has his quote-unquote horn, which is actually a piece of shrapnel from the helicopter crash that happened at the end of Ground Zeroes. You know, we see him in that state, and then we see him in what I'm saying is post-coup state, where he's gone full-on evil. You know, he's gone full evil at this point, and the shrapnel has gotten bigger. So I'm thinking what's going on with the shrapnel is it's slowly, you know, moving out of his skull as he heals, I guess. You know, that's the only thing I can explain, you know, but also it's supposed to basically make him more reminiscent of a demon or an ogre, seeing as though he's slowly slipping into darkness as his mission of vengeance kind of consumes him. We see here, you know, a real, now this right here is basically affected by real events going on in Konami. Basically he put on it, this is the Konami Productions logo without his name on it. You know, so basically that's him saying, yeah, this is real and this is really happening, that, you know, they're basically purging me from existence. And of course we see a shot of Big Boss having a peace pipe with Code Talker, you know, another character in the game. Now I think this is important here. Now we see a couple things in this scene. One, we see Big Boss's uniform is different from the post-coma uniform. Now this uniform is the uniform of the new unit he has after Diamond Dogs. They could still be called Diamond Dogs. It's called DD, so it could still be Diamond Dogs. It could stand for something new. But yeah, you know, he has that uniform on. You see the insignia right there. That's not the Diamond Dogs diamond. That's actually the circle with the two D's in it. And so that means that this happens after whatever the coup is that happens in Diamond Dogs. He goes to meet Code Talker. And this scene right here basically sets up a lot of the crazy crap that happens in this trailer. So let's continue on here. We see here, this is a scene of blind Kaz. Now Kaz isn't blind. Alright, now we know this because we've seen Kaz before. He's not blind. He trained the original Snake, well not the original Snake, but Solid Snake years after this, and Solid Snake eventually kills Big Boss in the MSX Metal Gear games. So we know that he's not blind. This is more of a symbolic thing in the trailer. Now we do know that, you know, this probably takes place while Snake is high on the peace pipe stuff. Now we know when you smoke a peace pipe, usually with Native Americans, you know, you go on type of vision quest. So you smoke the peace pipe, you know, you go on your vision quest, and you know you have a vision. You know, you meet your spirit animals and all this other kind of stuff. But you know, you have a vision quest, and or either Snake's just tripping balls. But in this scene, we see, you know, this is more of a symbolic issue that, you know, that Kaz is blind to what Snake is doing or what he has to do, and that is the cause of the schism or the split between the two. We see here, just following that scene, we see, you know, the Diamond Dogs troops in the new Diamond Dogs uniforms, because you see this is different from the other uniforms. This is actually a new uniform for the new unit that's actually loyal to Big Boss. And so, but it also has the original Diamond Dogs logo up there. So, several different things going on in this scene. We see a big container type of deal here. Now, this is basically an AI. So, this is something that we see a lot in Metal Gear games. AI plays a huge role later when you get towards Metal Gear Solid 2 and 4. So, there's a new AI in this game. More than likely it's connected to the new Metal Gear-ish thing we're going to see later, which actually looks a lot like Metal Gear Rex from Metal Gear Solid, which is pretty crazy. Now we see here, this is where things get weird. Now this scar comes from Paz Ortega. Now Paz Ortega was in Peace Walker, and she dies in Ground Zeroes. Her death is basically the reason for the plane crash and the helicopter crash and the coma and everything that begins the Phantom Pain. And, because she has a bomb inside her, she jumps out of the chopper, it explodes too close to the chopper, and the chopper crashes. So, this scar is where they removed where the bomb was placed inside her when she was captured. Again, we see another scene of Paz Ortega completely fine, long hair, because last time we saw her, she had short hair, she was bruised and battered because she was tortured. We see her now completely normal, long hair, just like she walked straight out of, Peace Walker, just fine. So, now, this right here could be one of several events going on here. Like I said earlier, this could be a result of the Peace Pipe and in his Vision Quest, and he's just seeing this, or this could be a result of the cloning process. Now, clones is another big thing in the Metal Gear universe, which definitely we'll get into later. But yeah, this could very well be a clone of Paz Ortega, because we see that this is a medical facility. Maybe this is a clone, and she's cloned in the same facility that the other clones we'll get to later are cloned. This scene right here, another strange scene. There seems to be this kind of zombified or hypnotized African fellow, and we see Snake is just popping this device out of this dude's neck. We see a better look at it. It looks like it's an audio device. Now it looks like it's not a listening device. It looks more like a microphone. Maybe it's a translator, because one of the big themes in this trailer is language. They talk about how language is your fatherland. Language. Skullface lost his original language. The big plot here is that the Major, who is the main antagonist of the series, wants to use language to control the world. So he believes, that one language that would bridge everyone together would help stop wars. And of course, the person who controls said language controls the world. And maybe this is some kind of experiment with, getting people translators so they all speak the same language. Not quite sure. Or, again, Snake could be tripping balls.